talking about self-snitching.
Self-snitching.
What do you lot think about self-snitching? People's music-wise, Instagram.
Well,
Start with music.
There's levels to it, man. There's definitely levels to self-snitching, you know.
As in like,
What do you mean?
like what?
I was gonna say the same thing. It's like he just tried to sound cool.
Check this. I'll give an example, yeah.
What kind of levels,
For
bro?
example, check this, yeah. I was able to do all the self-snitching that I wanted to do, yeah, till I started working for someone, and that person's watching my socials. That's one level, yeah. Now the second level where it goes deeper is you've got a girlfriend now, so now you definitely can't post everything on your socials.
Man.
So I could have been snitching myself when I was single and unemployed all the time.
Yeah.
You know, live to have a peaceful lifestyle. But then it got filtered down, and now it's just like, you know, I might as well not post anything on the socials just in case.
Definitely.
Self-stitching Instagram.
But how would you say like music-wise and that?
Music-wise, like Zone 2.
Hey, zone 2.
That video, that's what you guys mentioned earlier, yeah? Where people are talking about certain things and it's just giving away too much. It's just giving away too much info about certain things and it's getting them into trouble. Certain men are getting locked up in the drill scene. Most of the drill scene is gone now because like how many people are in prison, and the ones that aren't, they don't want to talk about. What else are you going to talk about apart from incriminating things in a drill song? So, self-snitching.
It's come fashionable nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, Marshall, but how do you think it's changed since back in the day? To the levels of
Bro,
how people
it's changed drastically, really, isn't it? Because to even put someone on camera doing crime and all that was just a capital no.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know what's going on there. That's
you know when they used to say, "Oh, about you lot's music, What do you? How do you feel like it was the difference between like say that the music back in the day to the music now?
Well, the music was more talking about the struggle and coming out of the struggle. The music nowadays is more glamorizing the struggle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And actually being in the struggle and then boasting about it, even though you ain't left the struggle yet. And then I feel like that is what they're using to get out of the struggle. But people that are doing it because they're still in the struggle, they're the ones suffering from it. Now you're getting feds around the places where people are actually trying to like do their thing, innit? But you're glamorizing it.
I think they have to be careful because if you're still in the game and you're on the road and the feds are watching you, they're obviously going to go onto your YouTube, see you making money. They don't like it, you know. The feds hate it.
Well, the thing is, I think
you got to be careful. Definitely.
I think self-snitching has been encouraged by multimedia, by the media, by Instagram, Facebook, because like Snapchat, all those things.
Yeah.
When you was younger, it's encouraged. It's like you're actually encouraged. Yeah, take a photo of something. Yeah, show them what you're doing today. Yeah, I'm in the toilet taking a shit. Like people need to like. So they use social media the wrong way sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
they've got no decorum.
Yeah.
Not at all. But I'm saying it's like people feel like you got to put everything, your whole day, your whole life,
like I'm eating
on the
food
internet. Yeah. In the food I'm eating, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
And now the location thing's out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now
now it's like
now you got guys that will be setting themselves up now. So
What do you mean?
So you told somebody raw where you are. Basically, now you're paying. Yeah. Remember this as well. Yeah.
Didn't one of them rappers get stopped the other day in his car?
Yeah.
With money or something?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I know. Fredo.
Yeah, I think he got stopped in his car, but that was that because of the location. That was because the phone he was doing on the phone and he was online.
But sometimes it's not hard to work it out though.
It's not. But I mean, if you're police,
surroundings, if you're driving,
right? That's it. And also, with police are watching they're trying to watch everyone, trying to catch everyone, especially someone who they see raw. All right, he's trying to make a career of himself. He's trying to make a career. He's trying to leave certain life behind. He's cutting through. So if he's gonna do things like that and they see him doing it, they're gonna try and clamp him quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because they're watching everyone's socials as it is. Like I said. People say even...
But I think he was doing that for motivational reasons as well.
100%. No, but I'm saying street level, yeah? From street level, yeah, to work to wherever you are in your life.
Because he's not on the streets no more.
No, he's not.
He makes music.
That's what I'm trying to say. He's doing his music.
He's just showing off now and saying,
Yeah,
this is what I do. This is how I got it.
But they don't care. If they catch him with a spliff,
motivation.
No, but they don't care. If they catch him with a spliff, they feel like they're doing something.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So he's trying to live a better life and trying to do his music, and trying to do his thing. But
it's
because they catch him with a little thing,
that's
right. That's it. It's something for them to fight. You have to be careful what we do in it.
Do you feel like clout is more important than success and even having money these days?
Yeah,
isn't it the same thing kind of? Like it. It's the same thing in terms of like if money's a superficial thing to you, as in like, oh yeah, I got loads of money, rather than I'm providing for my family and that.
No, I'm saying it's making people think you have it all. Like clout is more just about making people think you whatever.
That's what I mean. It's the same thing because you're using it for a superficial reason. You're a clouty person, so it's a good look. Do you know what I mean? It's fake.
You feel like that's why people are self-snitching so much. They're doing it.
But they want to get more than what they have right now. Yeah, or maybe they don't have at all, and then they want to make it seem like they have. So that's why it's motivating them to do it more.
It becomes natural. So everyone's a photographer now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So get what I'm saying? Like photographers take pictures of things because it looks great, it looks beautiful, it's arty. You take a picture of things, but now everyone's encouraged to be like that. But because we're all doing different things in our lives, you may find yourself taking a photo of something and posting it, and it was just you just being
silly or
just being silly, you know what I mean? But it can lead somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It can get you in trouble later on. It's an innocent thing you might be doing. You just got to be careful, innit? You know what I mean?
I worry about that.
Basically, you're saying make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing now could affect you later if that's not what you want to do later on in life.
You see what I'm saying? Like you said, you could be at work.
But I've been for 10 years. I've been documenting the ends on the camera. Like I actually do photography in it. That's my thing. And boy, like
Sierra Oscar.
Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes, and I show my pictures here as well. Like, as in I make books and I put on shows to show my pictures, and it crosses my mind a lot, you know. Like, what if that person never actually wanted the picture to get out in public, or what if I photographed you? I pretty much like photograph most people in this room, and it's like, what if tomorrow I was to put that in some magazine or something, and I forgot to ask all the people in the picture. And then I'm thinking, is that going to get me in trouble? And then what if it's in the wrong hands as well? What if other people are seeing the pictures?
It's true.
And again,
imagine somebody was lying, to their girlfriend or boyfriend where they were, and then you accidentally got them on your.
But I've had that though. I photographed a guy with this. We were at Lambeth Country Show, chatting to some girl. I was like, oh, let me get a picture of you two in it. I took a picture of them. I posted it on Facebook, thinking I thought they were a couple. Turns out that was his girlfriend saw the picture.
So you put yourself in trouble.
But if it was you, you would have been like, no, don't get a picture of me and this girl.
Do you feel sorry for these like rappers that have actually self-confessed and then now
realised
now they're in prison?
No.
But you know what? You say that, But some rappers, and why I say some rappers are talking about the life they've lived and the way they've come up and whatever, and they've done certain things, and maybe they weren't talking about a specific crime they committed, and then they end up getting arrested for it, but then that still gets used
in the court of evidence.
As evidence against them.
So basically, I'm saying if you're not signed, and you're talking about how much you spent on your wrist, and you're talking about how you got that money, what do you think about that?
I think that's dangerous.
Exactly.
No, unless you're signed.
If you're signed, that's what I'm saying. Fredo's signed. He can do these.
I don't think. How do you know he's signed?
He's signed.
He's signed.
Fredo's signed.
He don't have to worry about that.
So I think Fredo was doing that for motivational readings, but other artists that ain't signed shouldn't follow because they can get themselves in a lot of trouble.
If you're not signed, you shouldn't be talking about your chinging guys and all this stuff and and you're really out here chinging guys.
No, but people love negativity. You wouldn't. People love like.
If you're signed,
but it doesn't matter what people like. You need to like your own life first.
Exactly.
But you gotta give the people what they want. Yeah, check this. If you were talking about,
they want me in jail.
If you were talking about like, oh, you know what? I saved all my money. I bought property and made investments for my children so that they can have good lives. No one would want to hear.
Biggie used to talk about that.
Yeah, a lot of rappers will be talking about that.
But you know what it is, I understand them because times have changed now, people want you to be doing things for them, like actually going jail.
Yeah, but like I was saying earlier on, remember I was saying to you earlier on, but some rappers, when they're talking about things, they talk about things as as non-glorification. So you're talking about, when I grew up it was hard and rare tear and the things I used to do, and it's all past tense and it's things. So like I'm saying, sometimes
it can inspire you.
Yeah, and it can inspire you to do better. Yeah,
it can change you.
But,
so are you lot ready for change?
Yeah, but look, Fredo was talking about raw. He probably makes more money now doing shows than he was making on So he was basically inspiring.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then obviously you shouldn't have that much money in your person.
Why?
Anyway,
Why shouldn't he?
Because he's rich.
Why shouldn't he have made it?
Aren't you? You're not allowed to have money like that regardless.
The problem is if we go back, you're not allowed to have it because they don't want you to have it. Why shouldn't he have that money? It's his money.
You can
He's
get
worked for it.
a certain
No,
amount.
that's what I'm saying. I know what he's saying, but check what I'm saying. Why should he not be allowed? Suppose he's going to go and buy a car and he's got that cash on him. What can you tell him? Suppose he's on his way. Suppose he's just drawing that out. It's his money. If he's got it off a show,
anything.
no, you're right. If he's got it off a show,
buying some jewelry.
Man's even knocking that down,
but it feels like he's not allowed to have it.
You're giving them a reason.
Yeah, that's my point. It feels like he's not allowed to have it because of who he is.
Whoever's judgment, that doesn't matter. It's like you're giving them a reason.
It feels like because he's a young black man coming up, he's not allowed to have that.
But we know that though.
Yeah, he's been.
But we know that's normal.
Being harassed.
That's normal. That's normal. That's what it feels like.
That's normal.
But that's why I say, that's why it's self-snitching, because not because he didn't snitch on himself. He just did this thing. But bro, you know that police don't like man. You know people don't like man, and you're so you've got to be. It's like you like
extra
when you was younger, weren't you told that you got to try extra harder in school than the next person because people are going to discriminate against you and they're going to do with you a certain way.
100%.
That's what you were told, right?
But who is he motivating by bringing out cash?
Yeah.
Trappers.
That's my thing, because at the end of the day, really, if you're saying you're going to buy a watch or a car, and you're inspiring people, just go and buy it.
Just buy the car, show the car.
Buy the car. Why
I get you.
put in the cash?
I get you.
Yeah. Who are
So
you motivating?
So now
You're motivating a certain type of people.
Yeah,
And now a certain type of people go and do that.
100%.
But remember this though.
That's the
If you
only
take cash, if you take cash to buy a car and buy certain things, they're ringing certain alarms, cuz.
It's true. But look, imagine this though, yeah?
That's what
Imagine
But
this.
you know what? The Americans.
No one does that.
The Americans do all that stuff.
Yeah, but
They have to
buy
be
into
in what though?
that
Culture.
He's buying into the American culture.
Yeah, that's right.
Shall I tell you what?
That's right.
Right now, you got to remember, he's just done that song Netflix, which is a big song, yeah. And that song is probably targeted like at the American, like it's a different kind of bassy kind of. He's got that jumpy feel, that American kind of feel. So obviously, when his Instagram and his international people, that's what they deal with, innit? Flossing, innit? So 50 bags to them, man, there's light.
But that's
To
why.
go in the bank, sorry, to tell you to go
Over
into
in
the bank,
England, it's not.
as soon as you get in the bank and drop
They're onto you.
They're probably phoning police.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you don't even need to get out the bank for feds to be outside already.
Social media is
And the
crazy.
bank won't even just let you take out 50 racks like that anyway. No. Doesn't
You
work
gotta go
like
through bare hassle and bare malarkey.
Exactly.
But his record label might have got it for him.
No, all of these. I'm not saying all of these. Look, it's not even going against Fredo. It's just saying he could have been. His name could have been John.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if John did this, I would have still seen it as like if you already know you come from the streets, that's even worse. If One Direction did it, we probably wouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even got stopped by the police. That's what I'm trying to say
Exactly.
to you. But this is what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying.
Alright, so but listen to this thing, yeah. Listen. He's alright, cool. Like, let's say what he's doing is now, yeah. You made somebody at home think raw. Man should jump on trapping. I'm gonna trap, then I'm gonna rap about it, then I'm gonna get signed, and later on, man's gonna be doing the same thing, showing 50 bags.
But that's
or
what
more
that's
than
what a lot of rappers do.
But that's
it's not
what,
even just him. That's why I
hear
say
you.
like that's why this subject is so big because it's like the self-snitching culture is getting bigger and not smaller, and people and more people are getting arrested, and it's not getting better. More youths are getting into jail, more this,
It's
more.
true.
But
Because they're doing a different self-snitching.
But I think,
like you said, there's different levels of the same thing. What we're talking about.
100%.
Because like he was saying before, he was talking about you're going out to a party. You went out, took a photo of a guy, and he was with a girl, and that's what his girl.
Yeah. You know.
But
Even if you say
you're putting yourself in these environments,
Exactly.
in these situations.
Yeah.
It's a problem. Do you know what I mean? That's you gotta find the right guidance.
A lot of drug dealers are now filming themselves with their money.
Yeah.
Or their drugs and their drugs.
Because of the way this, because of the way society is training them too.
It's training them to do it.
Before you wouldn't have done that.
No, 100%. What do you
But
think?
now
20 years
society's
ago,
making
with
man
no
feel
phones.
like,
But do you remember back in the day, yeah, it was like
people are getting arrested in court cases and they're using that footage to show that, oh yeah, he was counting 100 grand.
Yeah.
He was going through the money
was
machine.
another video.
He was playing C Montana in the background.
Yeah.
Stuff like this.
And,
There was another video.
and them kind of things now is like that's what you have to do to be a rapper nowadays. If you're not shanking nobody, if you're not shotting no food, if you're not pushing up your fucking self
an
on
agenda,
the internet and showing off what you got and all that, it's becoming like you're not real and all that. Like, I don't understand it. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean?
But you know what? That's the stuff that they pump.
Yeah, but that stuff is
But there's
getting
still
our
people that
views
speak.
into trouble. This
But
is
you see,
what.
like J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, they still got the biggest tours.
Yeah, but this is
So
America.
it's like, as much
America's
as they
50.
give us, no, I'm saying as much as they give us that, the people that are talking the rubbish are getting love. Some of the people that's talking sense are still getting a lot of love.
Yes,
but they
definitely.
just don't get
Like
enough
J.
talk
Cole and people like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying our place in the UK nowadays, it's a lot of violence and a lot of stuff. Not saying there hasn't always
terms of
been
what they're
going
pushing,
on. But I'm saying the way they're glorifying it, it's like if you listen to some of the songs nowadays, it's just all about getting somebody down. Just a whole track of just chinging, wetting. Which if that's what you want to do your thing, innit? But what my point is, if you're gonna keep doing stuff like that and all your music is just about that, it's like what kind of messages are we getting out there to these youths? You know, like if they're gonna hear that every single day, it's the mind. Your mind will just become that. So that's why people are stabbing people for their watches and stuff like that.
It's like he was saying, the clout.
You're gonna get that happening.
To someone that's skipping work, and going to Afro Nation, yeah, they're skipping work. They told work they're ill, and they've got Afro Nation. But you know what? Because they're there, they have to post it.
Yeah.
And they get fired.
But it's the record companies.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
It's the record companies. They're taking these guys on. Like, they shouldn't be... They even say... Look, I'm not trying to hate on nobody because I love all of yous lot, innit? But, like, clean up the ting, blood, because it's mashing up our communities, innit? And people are really dying out here. And people are going to prison and doing big sentences. So we need to, like... I'm not saying you can't do your music and do it, but know what you're doing, innit?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to dive into different aspects of it. Like look, the person that does that, the one person that lost their job, and the person that's talking about something they did on the road is really kind of on the same.
But I feel like
it's on the same level, of course.
I'm thinking, if a man, or woman, talks about this stuff and they really do it, they're mad or they've got they're idiots or they've got mental health.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you,
But it's
they
not
don't
right.
make no sense
It
to
don't
me.
make sense.
Because in the same song, you will talk about what you do, and then you talk about but when I go to the police station, I say no comment. How?
Not only
In
that,
the same song.
blood. And not only that, these same guys, I've been to prison, and these same guys,
You just told me everything.
Yeah.
I'm there at the police station saying no comment.
and not only that, these same guys that are talking all this crud, when they're in the jail doing their remand and they're waiting to get sentenced, when they're talking about, I done this and I murked this man and I done this and I'm up for an M, when they come back from court, because they thought they was busting that charge, the man comes back and he's in his cell wiping his walls with shit because the fucking judges just gave him a life sentence and he's crying and talking about he's hanging himself and fucking eating fucking razor blades, cuz. So all of these things, you're not ready for this, you're not built like this. So don't keep talking this shit, because if you keep talking this shit and you actually live this shit and something serious goes down and you have to do your mad bird or you end up in your grave, it wasn't what you was expecting. So know what you're doing. No, if you're gonna talk about this shit, make sure you know what you're doing, bro, because this is serious. This ain't no joke.
You have to be careful because people are glorifying instead of, like I said, just talking about the struggle. But back in the days, like you said, you hear things. We're talking about how to build our communities, how to better ourselves, how to have a better life, or I come from this. But
and we was keeping up fuckery too. I'm not gonna go like
exactly.
we wasn't.
No, but you would. It's not something you would put out. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not something you would put out there. It's not something that would come out of your mouth.
Get boxed in your head.
I wanted to chat about or ask you guys about the relationship between like police and self-snitching, where you know how back in the day, for example, if not me obviously, but someone was shot in food and on the phone they would say like they wouldn't really like certain words being used. For example,
What
like,
code? So they use code.
So you use code, yeah.
Subliminal messages.
Or you just say I'll link you there, but you won't say anything to do with it. Criminal, right? Whereas
Brothers are sending messages saying they got
it's
packs.
like Snapchat, 2 O's, like nice food, or I got this plate, even like class A's, and people are like, yeah, let me get that, let me get that.
But this is your generation, my friend.
I know, fucked up.
So don't use know that your phone and all that you're gonna get feds on.
I can only
So this is why I wanted to conclude it. Check this, yeah. But now, obviously, but that gets lost in all the shit. Like, think about how much everyone posts stuff online, how much crud stuff is posted.
Remember these there's young ones in it that are watching just a little bit older ones.
I don't think they are, because the older ones, I don't think they haven't been taught. Otherwise, if they're from the real world, the older ones wouldn't have taught them like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, alright, cool. So
they've been taught by some non-professional guys. They're very non-professional.
Yeah, but
self-taught.
Amateurs.
Self-taught.
They must have watched that on the Tony Montana or something. They've been watching too much Scarface, cuz. That don't make sense.
You know what? As you're saying that, movies is a big
movies. They've been watching movies, Call of Duty, all of those things.
I'm saying movies is a big part of why people self-snitch.
Yeah, but
it's not watching the end.
Yeah, because they glamorize all people like what's that Frank Luque and that. Why don't you make a story about what's that guy's name and he shot down all the feds in Larry Davis. Make a fucking story about him, top man. They wouldn't do them things there. Like, so what I'm trying to say to you, all they want to do is make stories about the snitches and they all happen to be black. So it's making you black people think, yeah, it's okay to be snitches because Frank Luque did it and he's a boss.
Do you know what? In terms of that, I've seen how they try to
joke thing.
The different level of gangster. They tried to put it like the mobsters was the biggest and the greatest. Like even to put how they glamorize it, but they still don't act like they glamorize it. They give them 100 movies, and then every single one of their movies, them man have to go grow old and die. You know, like in the black movies, everyone's dead and one man survives and he's on the train. Everyone's dead. And he's a snitch.
I was gonna say
in their movies, they get old. I know. The man get old.
It's a snitch.
It's true. No, that's mad.
In all of these movies, what is it that happens to the snitch? Don't you remember Joe Pesci? And
he got stabbed up in the thing.
Like what happens to the snitch? What happens to the people that talk? What happens to the, like and this is pre multimedia era. So before all of this Instagram and stuff, like just talking alone was a lot. My man's taking. I saw a video of a kid in a trap house and note the word trap. Yeah, man's in there with the food, counting up the peas, doing all this, and the feds kick off the door while he's in there doing it. Why? Why do you think that is? Because you're in the room, filming what you're doing, like.
So everyone that don't like you watching,
right? How come we got robbed? How did they know where the house was?
Another side that we haven't discussed. The feds are not the only side to self-snitching.
Right.
Because you got guys out here that are on job. That's what I was saying. This is a very serious place.
100%
so when you're out here doing your thing and you think, yeah, you're up because you got a little Balenciagas and stuff like that, there's guys preing you because they're saying, well, my man's spending a bag on the trainer. You understand? Like them man, they will come for your belly. So you better mind what you're doing because the savages are right here.
I'll be real. The whole lifestyle is messed up. Everything is
fake, though.
It's fake. It's not like life. There's more to life than these things. And what really gets to me is that, like I said, the whole social media thing. It's encouraging people to, and it does it slyly because you take an innocent picture of your trainers. Right, I've got some new trainers. Flash. Yeah, new trainers. Boom, bam. That's how it starts, bruv. I just had a meal. That's how it starts. Yeah, that was alright. Tutus, you know what I mean? You're taking photos of you and Bear, man. Right, I don't like that, man. You know. I can see you in the photo. He's there now.
You're not doing nothing bad in your life.
But you can
but this is what you said. Keyword. So the keyword is that as long as you're doing nothing wrong in your life, that's fine.
No, that's not necessary. You can be done by guilty of association.
Right.
Putting up your pictures thinking that you're top man, hanging with this gang and that gang and saying that's your friend and that.
Gangs, though.
But you don't know he's a gang member.
I hear you, but I'm saying
you don't know.
In terms of snitching, that's a small minority of how that happens, and people are not on it like that. People don't even kill snitches no more.
Yeah.
So people don't care.
No, we're not talking about people. We're talking about youths. You're crazy. We're talking about ops. There's a difference. The youths won't kill snitches, but they'll kill their ops.
Emojis.
If
Yeah.
everyone's there,
If we look at deaths nowadays, yeah, it's not for snitching. It's for ops. It's for gang activity. Most of it.
Or guilty by association.
Or guilty by association. So what my point is, and the reason why they're guilty by association, because they're hanging with ops. There's guys that go school, good boys, they're not on it, but
still very child level.
they hang around with this guy from that estate and whatever, and they get licked down.
Right. And the reason he got licked down is because he's in a photo with his
With
friend
my man,
from
but
his
he's
estate that
not on
he
it.
grew with. Yeah. But he's not on one there on. He just he just happens to be in a photo with his friend.
So,
But it's
serious.
But imagine this though, yeah. Imagine this. A lot of the guys that are rapping about doing the mad thing, they don't really do the mad thing.
Exactly.
And then the brethren that are actually doing
the mad thing
are the ones that are getting back because they're flying out.
Exactly.
They're doing the
Look
bigger
at Bobby
thing.
Schmurda, like, when he said,
that was
"Mano, we
good.
could go, we could go." Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he went on radio. We didn't even know what he said clearly.
Man
And he-
thought it was bitch.
Yeah. Like,
Sorry,
he thought he banged the thing, and he's like, "No, Mitch
that
got
was
a bar."
Mitch. Yeah, fucking idiot.
then everyone's
We can go.
So I'm saying, like, that can say to you, look,
And he's
we
riding
see
bird
Pat,
right now.
Big Bird, his whole
For how
team's
long?
riding
20,
bird.
30
You
years?
could,
Yeah.
you
Someone's
could
got
come out
99
of jail.
years.
You could come out of jail and go to dinner with your friends and just be like, "Raw, I'm happy I'm out. You lot, I'm gonna be the best guy now. I'm not in it no more. I'm
They'll
gonna do
probably
this.
hate you,
I'm gonna do that." But guess what? Yeah, in the photo, two guys away is your next brethren. Yeah, and guess what? Now, because you're in the photo with him, you're on recall. Because guess what now?
Conspiracy.
Because guess what now? Guess what? It's not even so-called
They can
conspiracy.
do that.
You're on your
No,
license.
they
You're not
can
allowed to
do
be
that.
around certain.
Hang around with
You're not allowed
criminals.
to be around no criminals. And you're just in a restaurant. I just don't think you're just in a restaurant, just chilling. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you look at workplaces, yeah, you could be, I don't know, you could be a judge. Yeah, if you're a judge, you don't want to get caught in a prostitute house or something like that. Do you know what I mean? If that's what, like, there's, you know, like photos of people go around circulate, politicians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get taken out of positions. I think there was a lady today that left the fire. I think she was the fire commissioner or something, and she left there because she made certain comments about, no, it's to do with the Grenfell Tower, and I think on her watch a lot of things. Obviously, we know what happened.
Yeah.
So has to take a lot of blame for that. So because of that, she's quit her job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So imagine people's put things on social media about her and said this and said that. So now she feels that, and the Grenfell survivors and the people that stand for Grenfell, they're feeling away about her obviously. So she has to stand down.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? So yeah, you can put things online yourself.
Because even like, you know, like if you're smoking weed and you're a parent and you're maybe you haven't got you know, like you and your partner are not together. Yeah. That's that in itself. Could be,
and then
you
man
know,
can
like,
take you to court and.
Yeah, they can say, "Oh look, that's what you know." What I'm saying,
she
whether it's
does,
a mother
or he does. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or even young girls like messing around with boys, and you know they're letting boys film them having sexual intimacy with them. You know, like bad B, basically. And
bad B.
in a few years' time. No, seriously, because I've got children in the family, you know what I mean? And all you girls out there, yeah? Your Uncle Marsh won't fucking like it, yeah? So, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, you girls have to be careful because these little boys are going to be filming you and that. And then when that gets out, it's like for the rest of your life, them pictures could go around. And you know, like nowadays, it's all social media, innit? So, once they're out on social media, they're there for life.
You might be in a job where
and
you're not
be
supposed to be
you
taking
go for a
drugs.
job,
Like you get tested, you get drugs tested, but yet still, when they look on your Facebook, you're out in a rave popping pills, or they see the dizzle in your hand.
Let's say you said
your job. Do you know
let's
what I
say
mean?
you
Like,
said you were sick, yeah, and then
you're on
man
holiday.
catches you on
You're on holiday. Do you know what I mean?
or a rave and that. You're pissed, bro. You snitched on yourself and that. Don't make no sense and.
You gotta be very careful, man.
But wait, alright, cool. So even with that, like, there's evil eye in it, yeah. When you're filming good things that you have, like man's on holiday, man looking at you like, bro, this youth's always on holiday, yeah. A man's here in this dead country,
and he starts hating
dead
on
country, yeah. And the man starts going to the hardest, judge banging it and that. You understand? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Just keep whatever
What did you say? Going to the web?
Judging that.
You was onto something good just now. You know? Why did we go to judge?
Because I just said it from Evil Eye, bro.
Oh, seen the evil eye, but
So what do we think the causes of self-snitching are, and how do we think that we can?
It's culture. It's becoming a culture. It's becoming.
it's attention.
Culture.
Attention.
That's the problem.
It's also somebody that don't, what's it called? They don't
believe their thing.
Yeah.
They don't believe in themselves.
They don't believe in themselves, so they
seeking
want
it elsewhere,
reassurance as well.
Definitely.
You understand? Man needs reassurance. Right, are these guys gonna like it?
Likes.
So man jumps on
are a new
Instagram and
addiction.
waiting for something.
It's a new currency. It's a new crack. Yeah, people want likes, so people put things up. Oh, I didn't get no likes.
But it's mad.
The ruins their day and that.
So you start doing things to get likes, but those things are putting yourself and jeopardizing yourself and putting other parts of
And
your
selling
life
yourself out.
in situations. You know what I mean?
Some people are selling themselves short for a bit of
That's
like.
right. Yeah.
You know, bad. Very, very
I
bad.
think all of it is selling yourself short.
You know, like that.
In every angle, whether it's like, you know what I'm saying, like I say to you, whether it's you know what your work says. You know
I've
what
seen
your
some,
work
you know, like-
thing is. You know what you're doing on the road. You know, like you know.
Shoot.
More time. So
But does it
feel like
go
you
down
need
to
to-
value then?
it does again.
Yeah, value, innit?
It comes back to what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
The morals, you got to have morals in everything that you do nowadays, you know what I mean? If you don't, it's going to be seen because it's on camera. Everybody's on camera.
Well, you know
nowadays.
what I realise is that,
Even look, people are getting beaten up and they're putting it on camera.
Yeah, sure.
I was saying,
How can you beat up someone and put it on camera? Back in my days, you have a fight. If
Yeah,
you
you
put
said
it was
any man
legend.
had their camera, you're doing that. They're
Yeah,
gonna
that's what you said.
move to you
Exactly.
because
And
they'll
now-
be
and
thinking,
now,
"Bro,
man,
what are you doing? You snitch." That's the first thing man's gonna be on. Like, put the camera away or whatever it is. You understand?
But
'Cause man can go
nowadays they
jail for that,
glorify
really.
that, though, innit?
But I'm telling you though, it gets lost in translation, brother. It gets lost in all the mass of the things people upload.
Yeah.
And so many people that aren't even on anything that bad. They're posting little things on Instagram here and there. It's hard to tell who's actually.
It's
Do
true.
you know what I mean? If an investigator's like watching that stuff, bro, I'm sure.
Someone said it being a mental problem earlier.
Yes.
It was cute, yeah.
What?
The reason,
Like
just
being addicted to.
yeah, because think about it, yeah. You're in your house on your own. You're that lonely person. Feel like you ain't got no friends. you ain't got
Like
this.
everyone.
You take a photo, you put
Literally.
something up, you get likes.
It's true.
You got a smile. It's like eating chocolate. You know when you eat chocolate, it's something goes in your brain and it gives a spark and it's a chemical
Well, it
reaction.
releases serotonin
Right, that's
or
right. It's a
whatever
chemical
it is.
reaction. Yeah.
Dopamine.
People are starting to get chemical reaction from
likes and that.
And it's like crack.
From
in that
likes.
sense. It's like a
And
drug,
it's
isn't it?
and because of it, they're starting to think it's normal. So it's first of all, it's normal to put a few photos up, and that's alright. I just did a photo of the garden, you know, of this, of that. Do you know what I mean? But then you start going a bit too far with it. Do you know what I mean?
People are more sociable on the media than they are in real life.
Real life. Yeah.
Because if you walk down the street nowadays, you're gonna see girls on their phone, earpods in, walking down, not even acknowledging you lot now. You know, like that. You're just walking around. You have to go, oh yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
You have to be tapping them. Before it wasn't like that. So what I'm trying to say, everybody's hooked on their phone nowadays, isn't it? So this social media thing for clout, it's gone left.
You know,
I
from
can't
when?
say it's gone right. It's gone right in some ways because
You just gotta know what you're doing with it.
you got to know what you're doing with it. But the people that don't know what they're doing with it, they're finding themselves in a lot of trouble. Like,
Yeah, but even those that know what they're doing with it are getting sucked into the culture. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
So
not
like I
necessarily,
said,
because I've seen some people just promote their businesses.
No,
Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there are some people that do just promote their businesses. There's some people that just enjoy it for the side, the light-hearted side of it is. Like I say, we always look at the negative sides of everything.
it's up to you what you do, innit? Definitely.
I think as long as you're not going to jeopardize yourself, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like, again, then you shouldn't have a problem with what people are
material
posting.
that you're putting on is what you
Do you know what I
decide
mean?
that,
And
innit?
everyone's in so many different communities. We go on like there's one type of community.
No.
In social media, it will show you, if anything, that there's so many different type of communities, and depending on your circle and who you follow and yeah, even in life, you could live in Brixton or live in the worst place or live in, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But if
you hang around with certain.
You hang around the right people and do the right things yourself.
You won't even see what certain
you
people.
won't even see all
Look,
of that thing.
my next door neighbour, he doesn't see the same
energy
things as
thing.
I do, and he lives on the same estate as me.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying, it's about your circle, for real.
It's like the Matrix, bro. If I go on the street, what I see and what the guy that's just moved around there sees that jogs around the park every day, it's two different
things.
You understand what I'm
It's a
saying?
circle.
He can't see the front.
It's a
line,
frequency.
He can't see the strip. He can't see that. He can't. You know what I mean? He doesn't even. He runs past places that are unsafe.
Yeah.
Getting on like you're safe. You know what I mean?
But what I always realise, like, alright, cool. Man these youths, yeah, they only go for the black youths as well. The man, they're not stopping no white youth.
But if a blackie was jogging, they wouldn't go for him. Like, they had the fully jogging wear and he was just jogging. It's the, do you know what, it's the uniform and it's the energy. Energy is a big thing.
Man has to be walking out naked and that.
No, it's not even
energy transcends like race or gender or anything.
No, but bro, I'm telling you, bro, yeah, feds will stop you for the way you look, and then the man them are stopping you as well.
But your energy is more powerful than
your energy is. Sorry, but I'm agreeing with my man, isn't it?
No, but bro, I hear you.
Trust me.
But bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't.
But even
I couldn't agree with you. Bro.
Even listen,
I'm not. Listen, I'm standing by what man said. When it comes to that,
yeah, that's cool. But let him say what he said.
I hear you. What I'm saying is, even if the only energy you're giving off is I'm trying to defend my thing, that alone is enough to attract anything.
Yeah.
Because already someone's like defending what thing? Why are you defending yourself?
Yes.
If you go on.
It's
with the
confrontational.
energy, like certain 40-year-olds where they're just like, I've got nothing to defend, everything's fine, I've been through it all. No one's really, you can't attract that. But I'm only, because I'm close to your age, that's the only reason I understand it like that.
Yeah.
With you, but
it's just mad.
You'll learn it in time. Energy is everything. You can go anywhere in the world.
Bro.
This isn't the worst
I'm
place in
not
the
just
world.
speaking for myself, innit?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm speaking
Of
for
course.
a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't the worst place in the world, bro. And you can go to some places that are worse than this. If your energy is right, you'll still be alright.
I wouldn't even.
Do you know what I'm saying? Energies.
I wouldn't even call it energies. I'd call it manners. And then we're going back on
Yeah,
morals.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all to do
So that's how you
thing.
carry. Of course,
Yeah,
100%, 100%.
yeah.
Check this,
It's how
check
you
this,
carry
check this.
yourself, innit? It's
You-
how you
you-
deal, how you deal with people,
100%.
how you talk to people. You
100%.
know?
you're 100% right, yeah. You, and of course, I think what you're saying is you will get stopped for the way you look by police and other things, and that's true, bro. You will, and that's what.
So listen, imagine this,
Your energies
bro,
can be bigger than that.
But bro, imagine this.
It's
though,
gonna be way bigger though.
Man turns around, like I bust this corner and I see police, and then they're asking man what I'm doing, where I'm from, and all of that. Maybe because they ain't see me around the area and that. And then I go to another corner and I'm getting the same, like I'm getting guys that look like me, probably bigger or smaller or whatever, but they look like man, yeah. And they're asking me the same question, yeah. So obviously man's gonna feel a way in it.
But we're also, if you're fitting the uniform, that's your thing, that's your problem. Marsh ain't gonna get stopped how he's dressed right now.
So what, man has to dress like that. But JD sells these things.
No, wait,
JD sells these things.
You're right. For a man to buy it and to get put the uniform on and get stopped.
So right, and these are the kind of things that what man has to see. Then that means man has to fake it.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's how the energy thing works. But listen,
Alright, they're gonna get stopped by police then.
but what I'm saying is,
Right, hold on.
especially when you're cutting that
Hey,
corner,
this is what I said
especially when you're cutting that corner,
What
visualize you going to yoga.
This is exactly what I
or
said
something,
earlier.
bro. That's
Yeah,
mad.
You're not allowed.
To be yourself.
Yeah, but no, it's not that you're not. You've got to have an awareness, of how you're looked at, of how people see you.
Yeah.
Boom.
And because of that, you have to move accordingly.
Boom.
Otherwise, you're slipping.
You're right, but Adam has to do that here, and then if he went to Jamaica, he'd have to do that also.
Because he might be. Yeah,
I would, but I would.
No, but they'll probably respect
He
you.
won't do that, yeah.
If I want things to go smooth,
You know your energy. I'm saying
He won't do that, yeah.
I'm saying
Wait.
if Adam,
He won't do that, yeah.
Ask him.
no,
Ask
but
him.
he's
Adam, do you have to not be yourself, eh?
pardon?
Do you have to not be
In
yourself? Do you have
certain
to tiptoe?
instances, when you go to certain places or be around certain
So
people.
right here,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be myself because I feel
Fully.
I feel comfortable because of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Around in.
What other places though?
There are a lot of places where I have to just adapt to the
Adapt.
environment.
That's
bruv.
right.
And explain to me how you adapt and what.
For example, like look at how, like even how I'm dressed here. If I was to go to some random coffee shop here, for example, to order a coffee, I might have to stand a certain way, speak. Hello, could I please get, you know, like,
Yeah, it's very
and I don't
good.
want to talk like this because this isn't how me and my friends talk.
So what if you chase man and then man start talking to you
Yeah,
like
hold
that?
on. One sec.
Why you stop?
Yeah, I
man?
wanna hear this.
Then I'm gonna
I've
adapt
never heard
to
this
you.
before.
Then I'm gonna adapt back to you. If someone's chasing me and I have to turn around and stop, then I can quickly readapt to them.
There you go.
And be like, what do you mean what's for you? What do you mean? And I'll start to talk a different way.
He's been practicing.
No, actually I haven't. I don't get chased. You know what I mean? I don't get chased. But there's certain things
But
for
you,
you.
but you cut true. You cut true, and you don't get questioned where you're going and where you're from and all that, what area you're
But
from.
the average white man in this country wouldn't think they could do what he does. But he has taken a decision to be different, and go to the place and see that things are not what people said. So like where you're coming from is where it's the general thing, isn't it? It's the general like what.
There's black guys that have done the reverse, like they've gone to the white side, stepped out of their black comfort zone, and they're having to adapt to get where they are, where they are now.
Exactly.
And
it
don't
goes
assume,
both ways.
Yeah, don't assume that you know what he goes through.
Because
you see, sometimes man thinks they do because they're going through what they're going through, and they forget about everything else.
Compassion.
Man, ask the question.
I was asking a question. Yeah, but at the same time, you went to speak over him.
Man, God,
I didn't know. You know what it is? I thought he finished. I thought he finished.
There's no way he finished.
I assumed. No, but did he not just sit down and be like,
yeah, assumed.
That's what I just said.
That's the way. That's
what
I assumed.
I mentioned it. Yeah, but you know what it is? Bro, so did you not at that moment when I started speaking? What's it? No, before I started speaking.
Let's just speak to the experience.
Yeah. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
On the level. You see what you started? I'm mad interested in this now.
Same here.
So here what? Yeah, we ain't finishing this conversation.
The adaptation thing.
No. So, alright. So, when you go to, I don't know, what do you do for recreation, for example?
I'll go to the gym, innit? So I might do a little bit of weights, a little bit of swimming.
Who you go gym with?
On my own.
Just you one?
Yeah, but I know everyone at my gym, innit? At my local gym, so it's cool. I'm never on my own.
And what kind of you go to West Indian food shops and stuff like that?
Yeah, sometimes.
You go to barbers. You told me the other day. So like, even explain why you go to the barbers.
What barbers I told you about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Not all the time, but yeah, sometimes I'll go to a Nigerian barbers. Not saying no names because I'm not self-snitching.
No, you're advertising.
I'm not advertising. It's all neutral grounds. But I'll go, yeah. But when I go in there, my man's like, "What are you having a drink tonight?" And he pulls out a bottle, and there's some cups, there's some other people. Then, do you know what I mean? Then you're chilling the whole time. He's cutting your hair. He's playing loud music. Some people are dancing. I'm paying for more than a haircut. I'm paying for experience.
So what kind of haircut do you get? What kind of haircut do you get?
Well, you'd be surprised with this guy. I don't know where you're going from, but this guy's good at it. Obviously not this one, is it?
No, you say the word short back and sides.
No, just normal, bruv. He'll just short back and sides. He'll just cut it. But yeah, man.
You said something important there. You said experience. What experience do you get?
Bruv, I don't know. Like, it's just fun, isn't it? To me, it's just energy. It's just fun.
So what? Don't you get the same energy in a
white barber
I
shop?
don't. That's why sometimes I like going to this one, even though it's not technically designed for white hair. I just go there because the guy. It's just fun, man. The guy's really, really, really nice. He's really cool, and there's music playing, and he's.
Shout out to the barber shop.
Shout out to the barber shop, innit? No names.
What do you mean, man? Plug, man. Support.
Follow. Straight up.
He wanted to say it.
Don't worry, you're not self-snitching.
Alright.
And this is the kind of thing that makes things change, though. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Olu, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's all perception and perspective, and we've been given a perspective and a perception, so we have to try and unwind and put ourselves back into and be realistic as well with what we're saying as well. Sometimes we go on like we're
the only one going through something.
We're the only one going through something, or we're even where we're from. I'm not saying it like that. It's like when you go back to the places that where you're from, you're not the outsider.
Right.
So now you have to even start considering for now.
What's it like for them?
What's it like for them? Like, what's it like for if now you don't feel, now you understand that all the adapting that you have to do, you understand it because now when you're back home and you're the one that's supposed you might be with a light skinned friend. That light skinned guy's getting it. Yeah. You know, like, oh, where you from? You know.
You know what that touches on? Today I saw it in the paper about what Stormzy said.
Right, I was looking at that as well. About the racism thing that Stormzy said.
But
and he said, is England still racist?
Yeah, but people were saying that they're going on like white people don't experience racism too.
Yeah.
I would like to big up Gary Neville as well. Important guy, man. What he said the other day, brilliant.
What did he say?
About the
Gary
racism,
Neville,
about the racism in football. Like he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Live television, and he spoke his word. He spoke his word.
Do you know what someone knows about racism?
He was just saying that it's disgusting. It needs to be abolished. There's people at the top that are involved in this. They know it's going on, and even people like in Parliament and politics are like saying racist things and all that, and people are sweeping it under the carpet, and it can't go on no more. So if he's aiming, he sent subliminal shots at Parliament there. That's dangerous. So big up Gary Neville for just even, being on our side.
You see my thing with the football thing, the football thing and racism, what gets on my nerves the most is, is that as an institution, the man them for stand firm, and I don't mean, when I say the man them,
like
I don't just mean the black guys. That's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is the whole football team. Like, see that thing?
They said that they're going to walk off
team. That's what they should have done.
You
see the whole England team. White, black, light skin, indifferent.
Just walk
I don't
off.
care what you are, you're English, yeah? So here what? You look, come off the pitch, right, they're being racist to one of ours, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a team thing.
I don't care if we're not gonna go through to the semi-finals, we're walking off the pitch and not playing the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So if you at the hierarchy don't allow don't let us play this game again because we walked off and you just throw us out, then tough. Guess what? England now, the English FA now have to do something, because if they don't, our English players will keep doing it and we won't get anywhere in football.
But do you know what?
So you have to do something. Yeah, we lose money.
Can
so
I say
do
something? But
you
do you know
what I mean?
Because the FA don't exist without the football.
Without the football,
Right.
exactly.
But do you know what? Do you know why they're never going to do it? Because they're not self-snitching. I'm telling you, bro. They're not on all that.
The team.
No, the people at the top.
Okay. No, but I'm saying if the team walks out, they have to do something.
They can't
have to do something.
Because you see, if they're not if the team's not making money, the FA don't exist.
And if the
Remember,
team
the
goes off,
Premiership
there's
can
no
carry on.
game, yeah.
The Premiership can carry on about the FA.
If the team comes
But
off the team, there's no game.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
There's no games.
Yeah. So as a team,
If they can work
all
as
of
a
them should
unit.
walk off. Don't come and say, "Oh, sorry, mate." Like you said.
Because
Like,
Gary never.
I don't understand necessarily what you go through on a daily. I can have compassion for it because I know what I go through on a daily. They might not be the same, but they are the same.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
In their
Like
own way.
it's not going to be 100% the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge who's his worse or who ain't. I'm gonna say it's mine. You're gonna say it's yours, but it's life. Yeah, but I'm not gonna judge by that. I'm gonna say you're going through a thing, and I know what that's like to go through a thing. So guess what? We're together, and as long as you're standing here with me, no one can't put you through.
Yeah.
That's what your team is.
That's what Gary Neville said on TV.
Talib, do you reckon, if the World Cup was in Africa and all the black people were being racist against the
White people,
teams,
that wouldn't go on.
Oh
do you
my
think
God!
there'd
Can
be
you imagine
something
the
different
uproar?
happening?
Can you imagine the
That
uproar?
would be a
In
madness.
every stadium
Yeah,
they
I'll
go,
tell you what would happen.
there's racism
The funding would
against
cut.
all the teams.
No, the funding would cut.
That country wouldn't be able to host football no more.
They wouldn't, would they?
It'll be done.
I don't believe they would.
They
The
wouldn't.
funding would cut, and anything that team has, like you said, they wouldn't allow. They wouldn't be able to host anything. They wouldn't
And
be
that's
able
why I have to big up Gary Neville again, because he suggested that, saying that's what they should do, and he even apologised for saying back in his day a lot of racist slurs used to go on, and some of the black players that was on the pitch, they were his friends, and he never come off the pitch.
Stormzy was
So
right.
he
though.
was upset with himself.
Stormzy was right though.
Big up Gary Neville.
The problem is there is racism going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still in England.
Definitely.
100%. Yeah. It's not a joke. We know it's going on. Yeah. People are suffering from it and going through it. Like you said, we've got to check ourselves double time just to live.
Listen.
Like, bro, I can't do what a next man does. I can't, because I'm not seen to be able to do it, because I will be stereotyped for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's not wrong. He's right, and and I think he made a statement. I think ITV tried to backtrack on what they said or something. It's too late. You said your thing now.
Yeah.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. People are supposed to stand. What people need to do?
You know, one thing that was important that you said, it's like a new team needs to be made, basically, innit? And the team doesn't need to be of one culture, innit?
No.
The team needs to be of all the cultures or whoever you're around.
Yeah.
And to stand for different things.
Yeah.
And
Stand together and say, boom.
Because right now everyone's standing for the wrong things, innit? And that's why everyone's doing it all. You have
Exactly.
self-snitching and all of it.
Yeah.
So at least now, if everyone's that team, like I say, if we understand the word team rather than separating ourselves into different.
There's
you know
no
what I'm
eyeing team, is there?
Do you understand what I'm saying? So
That's why. No, but if we all walked around and just was winning, that's going to be selfish and greedy and all that. And all you want to do is win.
Yeah.
But if we're winning together, we have to work as a team.
that's the only way we can win now.
So
You know what I mean?
have you guys got after this podcast? Have you guys got any words to say about self-snitching? Is the best sentence don't self-snitch?
Well, obviously.
Do you know what? Value yourself. Like you said,
Value
it went back to what
yourself.
Adil said. It's like
It's going back to morals.
it's gone back to morals and values, like we talked about last week. Yeah, and that's important. Like, even go back and watch that episode if you haven't. You know what I mean? Because it goes. Everything starts going back to that. You know what I mean? Do you value life? And like what Marshall was saying, can you handle the other side? It's serious stuff.
It's not easy to balance though.
Yeah, but I'm saying what I'm trying to say to you, brother. Yeah. At the end of the day, when in life we all wanna
A change gonna come. Yeah. Boom. So you saying change? You're running late, yeah?
Yeah, daddy duties and that, you know.
It's only right. It's only right. That's how it goes. So what do you think about this whole self-snitching thing?
The self-snitching thing is kind of a catch-22. Cause the way I see it is like we come from a hard place, so you know, like some man know about waking up, no cereal, no breakfast, come home from school, no dinner. Sometimes get sent to school, no lunch money, no free dinners. So when you do come up and you can buy certain things for yourself, buy yourself a nice trainers, buy yourself a this and that, people are going to question where you're getting the money from and all of these things. But obviously you're not meant to expose how you get your money. But when they see you're getting money, that's basically self-explanatory. So, but then now people go as far as stunting on their people and then new car, new this, new that. Obviously we want to live nice, innit? But obviously not everyone's having working a 9-to-5 way, and you get me, a few shortcuts here and there. It's obvious what man's doing. But then when it gets to the court thing and you're obviously the music, you're gonna talk about where you come from, your struggles and where you are now. And some people like to talk about how they got there. Do you get me?
Yeah, no one said that. It's true. That's a good point. It's just that the lack of having things has made you just want to show it, innit?
It's the lack of having. So when you've got it, you know they say the money is the root to all evil. I say the lack of money is the root to all evil. Because if you got it already, if your family's rich, you don't need to go out there and do drums and rob people and sell drugs. You've already got it. You don't need to.
But some people want to be part of that life.
That's different. That's more like.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about as well.
With that, I'd say that's more like peer pressure. That's more peer pressure as such, because they're in the wrong crowd. That's not their type of lifestyle. They don't come from that.
But
So
you know what you're saying that, there'll always be that guy that doesn't come from the hood.
Yeah.
That comes into the hood.
And starts acting. Because he just loves the
worst.
He just loves the vibe. He loves the vibe, loves the man, them loves to be around it. But he don't come from that same struggle. But at the same time, because that's the way everyone flexes and everyone moves. Everyone's on the come up, but he's just trying to blend in. You get me? Some men are just trying to.
I feel like we spend so much time with people. We're supposed to just give like 3 minutes of our time. Yeah, we spend like hours and sometimes days, and then they hinder our progress.
Yeah, do you know what it is? It's knowing the difference between your friends and your associates. Because some people you associate with, you know what it is? You get some people that you associate with, some people that are your tight brethren that you can do anything with. Then you got some people that you just make money with. And there's some people that you just don't want to waste no time being around them at all.
Yeah, it's a bad.
So it's like different strokes for different folks, and basically what you were saying, Adam, learning to adapt.
Yeah.
You know, like you adapt to your surroundings.
Yeah. And knowing when to leave and when to stay.
Sure.
You know,
so what do you think about what you were saying earlier about, you're saying it's a catch-22. So where's the line? Where's the line in it?
Boy, it's a very thin line, because because you don't know when to stop studying. Because when you make a certain amount of money, some man, listen, look, the richest man, you don't know he's rich, because you just broke. Even like I see something the other day, it said the rich people stay rich by acting broke, the poor people stay poor because they're acting rich. You get what I mean?
So do you think get rich, die trying is the motto? Basically.
Nah, cause if you die trying, you ain't gonna live to spend it, innit?
What's the
Do you think people are doing that though? Because like
some, but
I think they're even thinking that deep. I think like again, like you said, it's the effects of it. I think do you know what, through the whole thing, he's explained it quite well. He's coming last, but he's explained it quite well.
Because look at it like this, if you try to get rich or die trying, you're moving too careless.
Yes.
It's like saying, right.
But that's what we're talking about today.
So
the
look,
youths that are moving careless.
They're moving too careless. But remember, some of them, it's how you're raised, you know. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. You got a single parent home trying to raise 3-4 kids. And that's not enough.
That's not enough attention for them.
Yeah, not enough attention.
One of them becomes slightly a parent because of that. You know what I mean?
Because they have to pick up the slack.
That's right.
Obviously, the younger ones are going to look to the one that's older, they're going to look up.
For mental health.
And that's where the mental health issue starts to come into play. Because there's a lot of things that connect to mental health as well. But in a sense where it's like...
So is that why they start self-snitching on themselves? Because it gets out of control?
What he said earlier was quite it's a big clicking. Because look, you got the people that grew up hard, and they showing things because they never had them, and then you got the people that are watching them that want to be them, and they want to show it because they want to be accepted.
They want to look like they're that
person. But the thing is,
but saying that, what I'm trying to say, But saying that, yeah, what I'm trying to say, even though it's a catch-22, do you see the danger where it can put people in?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's like they're trying to switch roles.
Yeah.
The one that's got it wants to be like the guy that don't have it, and the one that ain't got it is trying to get to where.
See what you just
you
said?
understand?
Because the one, because like you said, if you talk about like road ethics as well, you look at the street. Yeah. A lot of the men them that are really on this thing and really do this thing, they wish they never chose this life, and they just it's peak for them. It's the struggle.
Now they
You
ain't got no choice but to do road.
And then there's man, right? And then there's man that came in a good yard and they got everything good, but they're breaking themselves to be this person.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be.
So what would you advise the youths of today that are going down that road?
Get to know yourself and be yourself. Cause you know what it is. A lot of people are so focused on money and all these things, they're missing out on life itself. Enough man I know, oh, that man's watch, try and grab it, man in jail 4 or 5 years for a watch. Cause he wanted peas. These times now, you've missed out on how much time in your life. Your whole teenage years.
So much could have happened within the 4 or 5 years.
In 4 or 5 years you could have done so much. So much. You're thinking, no, it's a rolling man can make a quick 4 or 5 bags. You could have made that with. Bro, the time you spent in jail, you wouldn't even.
You could have 4 or 5 holidays.
Spend more than that.
9 to 5 in Sainsbury's stacking shelves, you
get
could
me?
have done that. You know what I mean? For the amount of time you've done in jail. You know what I mean?
And in between those times, you'd have had so many experiences as well. You could have went on 4 or 5 holidays.
It mainly boils down to guidance, though. You see, like how they
So what do you
close down all
think?
the
Listening to the right people.
Yeah,
Your
the
role
right
models
people, your role models, car. You can have some role models. They're telling you the right thing, but because they're not doing the right thing, you're not listening to them. You're gonna follow their actions. You know they say, back in the days, your parents would say, "Do as I say, not as I do." So now, because you're not listening to what they're saying and you're watching what they're doing,
that's what you end up.
That's what you end up following. It's like you're setting them up for the environment they're in. You become a product to your environment.
What about self-snitching to do with music? What do you think about that?
That is a very hard one because it's more of a subject-based thing. Some people don't know what to talk about in their day-to-day lives. So I can't.
But some people don't live that life and talk about that life as well.
But then,
Yeah, exactly.
But then
They
you
talk about
start
their original-
when you start believing in what you say, then you start doing it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and then you end up like
Becoming that person,
Yeah.
basically.
But at the same time, you end up facing the consequences for something that you ain't actually
Exactly.
doing.
That's
becomes
very
stupid.
important.
Right.
That's a
But at
very
the
That's the
same
thing
time-
we talked about before.
That's
When
a
you
very
end up
important-
self-snitching on yourself, people end up coming to rob you over something you
Or
ain't
the
got.
feds come to lock you up.
My friend's got his money. Let me take a picture with that. Take a picture of it. Yeah. You guys running up in your house. It's like your peach, you know what I mean?
We found 135.
Man say where's the beat, man say I don't believe if I don't believe, shut up. I saw it earlier. Boss, you know that's a spotlight.
Take the weed I left him on the
You get me?
So basically you're saying don't walk the walk unless you can talk the talk.
Exactly. It's all about the action.
Don't even do
You don't even need to.
You don't even need to. Value yourself. Let's end this. Yeah.
No, but these guys are talking this thing and they're not even doing it.
Don't take no photos in bed,
They're not doing nothing.
What
Like,
for?
no, but I'm saying, you see the rappers that are rapping this rubbish, that you're saying that they're talking a lot of stuff like they shouldn't be talking.
Dropping names and locations.
Exactly.
Yeah, all of that.
So,
That's
what,
Amounts as well, amounts as well.
what would be your message to the young rappers? Because you're a rapper yourself, innit?
I'd say my message is, look, you have to look at other people's, you have to learn from other people's example. If you see my man went Joe because he said, right, he's going to dip up my man down the road down there, told them the postcode, next minute my man got dip up or whatever you want to call it, Chef, Shank, all the names you want to call it. Something happened to my man. It's all over YouTube. Everyone knows who you're beefing. You going down the road and doing that, you're gonna be suffering consequences. If you wanna move like a ninja and like, what's his name, the one with the band, anyway. You get me? Like, know what you're doing. There's no point running down the road wearing bandanas and gloves if you're gonna talk about it on the camera. Like, it doesn't make no sense. So if you really wanna go jail, then carry on, mate. Carry on, because that's the